Hello. I had to restart the video. Anyway, today's episode is mostly and mainly going to focus on Mr. Trump as one of the biggest, greatest leaders of our times. So it's very cold, so I have to have a hoodie. I have no hair on my head. Anyway, so I had a quick look at his horoscope, and there are a couple of interesting things that we should speak about because before January and February next year. So that's the day, Saturday, the 15th of November 2025 in Ireland. So it's still probably the 14th. Is it the 4th? Yeah, it's probably still the 14th of November 2025 in United States, where most of my viewers are from. Anyway, so the interesting things, and we'll speak a bit about Ukraine. I made a video about Ukraine a couple of days ago, weeks ago maybe. A couple of weeks ago I made a video about Venezuela as well, and Panama video I think is going to be important as well when we speak about it. And I had a look at Mr. Vance, so we'll speak about these things now. Okay, so these are the transits that Mr. Trump is getting right now onto his natal chart. So first of all, we have Jupiter that is expanding, inflating, enlarging everything it touches. Whether it's good or bad does not matter. It simply inflates and enlarges everything. And we have Saturn that is actually affecting the same point in quite harmonious way. And as I look here, Sun is doing the same. So this is the big trine that we have right now in the sky. And this is working with benefits for Mr. Trump in his sector of servitude to others. And I think the deal he made in China, the temporary 1-year deal for the rare earth metals, these are the transits that actually helped him going through that crisis. But they are not going to last forever. First of all, Jupiter started moving retro yesterday or the day before, and Saturn is still moving retro into Pisces, so it will positively affect this section of his horoscope later this and next year. And Sun, that's, let's say, next couple of weeks that we are going to 2348, and Venus is 2544, 2348. So that's tomorrow. The next day, extra harmonious energy is going to flow to his very important point in his horoscope, where he works pro publico bono for everyone else as the President of the United States. And so that's next 2-3 days. Let's say this is the energy of next 2 or 3 days. And this is the horoscope for now. Usually when we have sort of harmonious interactions in the horoscope, they are beneficiary and they are easy to grasp and easy to work with. But the interesting thing is that sooner or later they are going to end. And different type of interactions we can expect around more or less around the 20th of January 2026 for the first time, because as you can see, technically speaking, these two planets, and these planets including very important Pluto at this stage, are creating a figure so-called a yard. So we have two quincunxes affecting this area of horoscope of Mr. Trump, his ascendant, so how the world sees him, how he is being seen by others. And a yard made of quincunxes is a yard that is not harmonious. This is a very difficult energy to work with. Enormous amount of very difficult energy to work with. You can work with it, but it is extremely difficult. So what I would expect is going to happen in that period of time, so that would be the beginning of 2026, his public image might get affected in a negative way. In a way, very difficult to confront and to work with. And usually with yards, you are looking for, this is the apex, the most important point of this figure, and you would be looking for the answer of unlocking this. It's a massive energy, massive potential. You would be looking to unlock it, on the other side of the horoscope. So that would be here, and that is partnership. So this is Mr. Donald Trump's wife, and probably one or more of his sons that are actually his business partners in the same time. So, and his political partners as well. So these are the energies that need to get involved to unlock this massive amount of energy that is going to affect his public image. So the only way to work around it is to get some sort of a support from his partners, that's both political partners and wife, business partners. And a very interesting thing is that when Pluto is here, I've spoken about this big bisextile and the trine that is being formed by Pluto, these two planets, Neptune and Saturn and Uranus. It was already done at the end of the summer 2025, as far as I remember, where Mr. Trump met Mr. Putin. So I would assume that this was the moment that one of the most important decisions or bargains were made regarding the whole world. So that was the first almost meeting of Neptune and Saturn, because they are going to meet only once in the 00 degree Aries next year on the 20th of February. 1 second. And apart from that these three slow-moving planets, so planets that bring the biggest potential for change, that's Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn, are in this massively energetic setup already. We are going to have first, that's Moon passing through the position of Pluto. So these planets are going to affect this point in his horoscope in the same time, as well as Mars is going to be, technically speaking, aspected as well. So flow from hidden enemies and initiation of darkest secrets possible. And then we'll have Venus, and then we'll have Sun and Mercury couple of days later on the 22nd, and then Mars on the 27th of January is going to pass this position where we have Pluto in the sky. More or less a position where it makes quincunx to his natal ascendant. So I would expect that these days are going to be some sort challenging for the President of the United States. Moreover, that's not everything. Then I have decided to have a look at the progress chart of Mr. Trump as well, and but that is going to be July next year. It is going to be quite interesting, a conjunction of his progressed Jupiter and Venus squaring his Saturn and Venus. This is one of the super points of Mr. Trump. This is another one, and this is another one as well. So this superpower point in his horoscope is going to be affected, in my less than humble opinion, in a way, because you can never be sure whether how these sectors are calculated properly or not. So it is going to be 1, 2, the third sector is 6:39 Capricorn, come on. Oh, that's the external, so that would be the from the 12 in the his I have to have a look here. 26:14. So that's still his second sector in Libra. I would assume that his ability to work pro publico bono for everyone, for benefit of everyone, may be affected from his financial sector. But this is a long-term astrological climate. That's not astrological weather. But that's not that. This is next year, and hopefully we'll speak about it in one of my future videos. But in the same time, that's on the 19th, 20th, 22nd of January next year, Panama as a country, and I made a film about Panama ages ago, will have its reasoning approach to health, especially bones, affected by this conjunction of Pluto and these following planets that will happen day after day after day in this late January. So that is a country to have a look on in these very days. And then I had a look at Mr. J.D. Vance, and I thought to myself, wait a second, he is going to have a very similar transit. So he will have this yard, but instead of Mars on his ascendant, there's loose conjunction with Venus. So he is going to be affected in a similar manner as Mr. Trump in almost exactly the same time. I think he's gonna get affected tiny bit earlier than Mr. Trump. And then I thought to myself, come on, so they have the ascendant in the same place? And then I compared two horoscopes, and yes, they do almost have the horoscope lines, so the ascendant and midheaven in almost the same place in their horoscope. So it means that they would have similar view on life. And if two people meet like that, even though, let's say, other aspects of their horoscope are in conflict, these two lines being together are enough to have good relationship regarding how the world should look like in their eyes. I have one friend like that, and it is exceptional pleasure to be in touch with her, because we have very, very similar approach to life, and we understand each other. So as they have mutual understanding, Mr. Trump and Mr. Vance, but almost in the same time, they are going to experience very serious energies regarding their public image. So if they don't work it well, I assume they may get in this late January, as far as I remember, quite negative, I would say, public image. So the public can be angry with them for a reason or two or 5 million of them. And in the similar period in 2026, Uranus of Venezuela is going to affect and bring chaos and restructuring of the potential partnerships with Venezuela. So they can be destroyed, electrified, or the new ones can be created quite rapidly, and it happens out of blue. So expect unexpected in Venezuela regarding, as I said, partnerships. As I said in the video about Venezuela, I do not expect Venezuela to be in such terrible problems as Ukraine, but they have to expect some challenges in future anyways. But one of them, and this is quite a revolutionary transit of Uranus on the descendant, is going to be affecting Venezuela in the same time. But I would say that Panama, according to astrology, even though, you know, Panama is like a quiet country, with not too much action in it. Maybe experiencing a lot of pressure. Loads. Just because Pluto is going to be almost exactly on Saturn. Saturn is 314 in birth horoscope of Panama, and Pluto is going 324. That's very close, yeah. That's very, very, very close. I will see what happens. Anyway, did I want to say anything else regarding Mr. Trump? Mr. President Trump. Let's move forward a bit. Yes, I did want to say something about February 2026, more or less 19th or 20th of February, where we have this big conjunction of Saturn, Neptune, and momentarily on Thursday, 19th of February 2026, Moon will join that construct in the sky, and it is going to affect by quincunx his ascendant seal. So as I said, there might be problem with Mr. Trump's public image during these transits. We'll see how it works out. We'll see what is going to happen in the world, and I am going to work on some other horoscopes right now. In the comments below, you can ask me questions, what horoscopes you'd like to see on this channel, Astro Codes of Life, and see you next time. Bye.